Army mateys, welcome back aboard Bub's Arcade Fighters. It's Bubs here, and today we'll be reviewing the new indie pirate beat-em-up, Buccaneers Shipshape. Buccaneers Shipshape is a retro-style beat-em-up which is available now on Steam for PC only. The game retails for the modest sum of $12.99 USD or $16.99 Canadian. Since this game was developed using the open bore engine, I doubt it will be coming to console anytime soon. I want to send a huge thank you to Merso Entertainment for reaching out to Bubs and giving me a free early review copy of the game. Merso Entertainment is the first developer to contact me on my small channel, and I truly appreciate it. I'll be reviewing this game using the old school GamePro magazine rating system, reviewing each category, graphics, sound, etc., before giving the title an overall score of 10. So is Buccaneers Shipshape a beat-em-up treasure, or is it stranded on the island of mediocrity? Is this game worth your hard-earned money, or does it belong in Poo Poo Island with the crappy Power Rangers and G.I. Joe beat-em-ups? Grab some snacks, pump that like button, and stick around to find out, my dudes. The pirate setting is perfect for a beat-em-up, and this game reminds me of some classic swashbuckling titles such as the 1992 arcade Hook, based on the classic Robin Williams Peter Pan film, and the 1992 SNES beat-em-up Pirates of Dark Water, based on the classic 90s animated TV series. Buccaneers Shipshape's story is very simple. Your treasure map and ship are stolen by the villainous Captain Winters, and you and your crew of 4 playable characters must track them down. It's good, simple 1990s Saturday morning cartoon fun. The graphics of the game are very simple and look completely 80s or early 90s style. The game comes with the classic 1989 arcade game Buccaneers included as an unlockable bonus. This game actually takes sprites and backgrounds directly from the original 1989 game and updates them. The graphics have a true 16-bit feel, and I appreciate them for the most part. It reminds me of a game I'd get on my computer or Sega Genesis back in the early 90s. Some of the stages and backgrounds were a little too empty visually for me, however. The paddling stage, along with the underwater stage's backgrounds, could really use more detail. I understand this is a retro game from an indie developer, but some of the backgrounds are very bland. The animations are all well done and have a lot of personality. Citizens scuttle about the town, which you can rob for coins. Feisty old women throw objects at you in the town stage, and stagecoach drivers shake their fists at you. The game is full of character and has a great sense of humor, which makes this world feel alive. The combat animations of your character and the enemies are well done overall, although some of the animations can be a bit janky, such as the sharks in the underwater stage. I have to give the graphics an overall score of 6 out of 10. The graphics have a great 16-bit charm, but I just wish some of the backgrounds had a bit more detail to them. The soundtrack of Buccaneers Shipshape is very catchy and well done. It has a true retro arcade sound, and it fits the game's setting very well. The composer of the soundtrack did a great job overall. Unfortunately, I was very let down by the sound effects, however. I'm not sure if it was just my early access copy of the game, but I had to go into the sound options and turn them up to the max setting of 512 just to hear them properly. The sound effects are just a few simple beeps and boops, maybe only a handful of sounds. There are no voice samples or anything, and I feel even a few voice samples would add a lot to the game. Due to this, I have to give the sound a very mediocre 4 out of 10 overall. I get that this is a retro game based on a game from 1989, but the lack of sound effects is a big letdown to me. The soundtrack is great, but the sound effects definitely need an upgrade. Moving on to the gameplay section of the review. This game allows for 4-player local co-op, which is excellent if you have some real-life friends to play with. Beat-em-ups are a lot better to play online, but I understand this is a small indie studio and creating online play is expensive. The variety and pacing of the gameplay is where Buccaneers truly shines. One common mistake beat-em-ups make is by becoming too boring too quickly. G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra. But this is not the case with Buccaneers. The game moves at a great pace as you chase down Captain Winters and your treasure map. One stage you'll be paddling along an ocean while dodging rocks and sharks. Later on, you'll be riding on top of a stagecoach as you dodge hazards and throw enemies off to their doom. There's a slippery scrolling rooftop stage, which is also very innovative and has you constantly struggling to not slip off. Some of the stage ideas in Buccaneers are completely original and something new and innovative for beat-em-ups. The game's 4 characters all play differently as well. Simon, the protagonist from the classic game, his super meter can fill up faster. This allows you to do his devastating fencing super move more often. Coralie has faster movement and can bounce off enemies' heads while airborne, similar to Michelangelo in Shredder's Revenge. You can do this by pressing down plus attack while jumping, and it leads to a simple combo. Portia can also press down plus attack while jumping to perform a knee attack, which leads to a combo. Portia's movement on her spinning super attack can be controlled by the player, similar to Raphael in Shredder's Revenge. Lastly, Aldemar, the grappler, can move while grabbing opponents and throw them further. His super move also does more damage while you are holding an opponent. I have to say I did notice some balance issues after playing through the game with all 4 characters. Aldemar felt a bit underpowered, especially against bosses, since you cannot grab any of the game's bosses. His slower movement was also very tough to deal with during the underwater stage. Merso Entertainment did mention they are buffing him, however, in future updates, so props to them for the great communication. The gameplay of the underwater level was a bit of a drag to me. The level gives you slower movement and floaty jumps. I get that they want to convey a feeling of gravity, but I think the game would be better without the slowdown. You cannot use your parrot sidekick underwater either, and I wish the game would communicate this to you in some way. Each character can summon a parrot to attack enemies, which changes color depending on your character in true 1980s cartoon fashion. You can have up to 3 parrot attacks stored and refill them by grabbing items. I really enjoyed the gameplay loop of unleashing my parrot and super attack to wipe out large groups of enemies. You have a super meter in the game, which is refilled as you attack. You also refill your health by grabbing a large pint of beer, like any true swashbuckler should. The game also does an excellent job of sending massive groups of enemies at you to fight. The boss fights for the most part are very well done. Some bosses just seem a little too simple, especially the Spyglass Lady, who only really seems to have one attack as she whacks you with her eyepiece again and again. Overall, the game is quite challenging, but unfortunately there doesn't seem to be any option to increase the difficulty. I have heard from Merso that they are thinking of adding a hard mode, and I think this would be a great addition. I did encounter one bug when fighting the last boss, which caused the game to freeze. Sadly, there is no combo counter in the game. The game does have a very limited combo system, but I hope this could be improved in future patches. To score the gameplay of Buccaneers, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. The game does some very original things, which I've never seen in a beat-em-up before. The controls of Buccaneers are simple and straightforward enough. You can run in the game by double tapping forward and back, and this feels very responsive. The game has 4 buttons: a jump, attack, special, and parrot assist button. These controls are customizable, and I was very happy my Hori Fighting Commander controller worked with this game. I wasn't happy that I had to constantly set my controls every time I fired up the game. I'm not sure if it's because my Hori controller isn't fully supported. It was also frustrating during the slippery rooftop stage that if you summon your parrot, you'll be stuck in the animation and can slide off the roof. Overall, the controls work well, and I have to give them a decent 7 out of 10. Now to discuss the overall fun factor of Buccaneers. It has always been a challenge for beat 'em up devs to add replayability to the genre. I can truly say that I really enjoyed playing Buccaneers Shipshape. The game features 2 different endings, which adds a bit of replayability. The stages are varied and add something fresh to the gameplay. The game plays like a thrilling pirate chase as you track down the diabolical Captain Winters. I honestly had a blast playing this game and trying out the 4 different characters. The game would be a lot more fun with a combo counter and a deeper combo system. I did experience one frustrating bug, but Merso has said this is being patched out. I would give the fun factor a solid swashbuckling 7 out of 10. So is this indie beat 'em up worth your time and money? I would definitely say for its low price it is. The game is also on a 10% off sale on Steam right now, so go pick it up. If you're a fan of classic 16-bit Super Nintendo style beat 'em ups, I think you'd love this game. If you're looking for something like Streets of Rage 4 with a deep combo system, this might not be the title for you. Overall, I'd rate Buccaneers Shipshape a not too shabby 6.5 out of 10. To me, it's a true buried treasure, with innovative stages and a great soundtrack. It just needs improved sound effects and a deeper combo system to unbury this gem. Thank you so much for watching my review on my little channel. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe if you love beat 'em ups. I want to give a big shout out to another great beat 'em up creator, The Flying Kick. He also did a great review of this game on his channel. I will leave a link in the comments section. Go check it out for a second opinion, as he exclusively focuses on beat 'em ups. Cheers, kick back me swashbucklers, and grab yourself a Bubs Light. Thanks again and stay safe everyone. Keep on gaming in the free world, baby. Peace.